my mic to connect. It's a really improv video. Whatever it is I'm supposed to talk about, the enemy don't want me to do it. That's today's lesson. Oh, and it connects as soon as I did it. Boom. How about that? It just connected. You can probably hear the difference. You know what's sitting on my heart? Sometimes what to others looks like you're going through a setback or less than where you were. Like you might have to make a decision that's not favorable, that looks like you're actually doing worse in life, right? And it's almost like the trampoline effect. Like sometimes gotta use what looks like a setback as a stepping stone into something greater for you, something bigger for your future, something that's even better for you on the other side. And literally a trampoline effect. Like when you jump on a trampoline, you're on steady ground. You have to put momentum down. It sinks down. So you go backwards and then it propels you up, right? So sometimes in life, you might be at a steady state, right? And then you might have to go down. You might have to go back. You might have to get set back. You might have to pivot and do things that aren't as favorable, not necessarily something that you want to do, just to get forward and where you want to go, right? And I'm dealing with that specifically in my own life. And I quoted it. It was a short that I did the other day. You know you have mastered. I won't even say mastered because you never master in life, in my opinion. We are all constantly learning. We're all constantly evolving. We're all constantly becoming better. And if anyone says they're not, it's not good, bro. You need to always be learning and getting better. But you know you've semi come across or mastered a soul lesson when you look at your circumstances and you've been complaining about your circumstances for a long time. Why am I going through this? What? Who's me, right? I've been there. I can say that because I've been there. But when the circumstances haven't changed, but the way you handle the situation does, I think that's a test that you've passed. See, the goal isn't to say, God, I'm going through this, fix it, right? When you know you've truly learned and you've grown and you evolved is you're in a tough, challenging place and nothing changes. If anything, it just gets worse. But the way you look at it changes. The way you respond to it changes. You don't go and dive back into old habits, old things, gossiping, talking, vices, whatever, but you pray, you laugh, you have faith. You say, hey, it's gonna work itself out. You don't complain. You don't get upset. You keep moving. You take it to the chin. And when you have that life lesson and that's your response, I think that's when you've passed, bro, for the next lesson, because it constantly keeps coming. It constantly keeps evolving, right? But back to the point though. So like going through life where things might be going backwards, or so to say, it looks like it's going backwards, but only to propel you forward into greatness, into something better, into something even more. And I think something cool too to think about is like, and in this season of not even just my life, me and my wife's life, right? The enemy will use, you got to know the difference between the enemy tactics and God's tactics, right? So like, not even you say God's tactics, but like how God operates and how the enemy operates. So the enemy will like literally hand you the world, what it feels like, of what he can control, of his dominion, right? All the money, success, materialistic things, right? And like, hey, you do this, just take this. And like, you have to be able to discern like, hey, do I want to do this versus what God has for you isn't as obvious, right? And that's a good way to discern like what's of God and what isn't, because when you're acting and praying things from God, it's not like it's super obvious. Like when you're trying to make a decision in life and you're like, God, should I do it this way or should I go this way, right? And in my own experiences, it's never like, and maybe other people get to experience that, but it's never like, Davon, make this right, make this left, on the other side, success will be there. It's just not how God operates in my life. In my life, it's like I don't know, and it's a spirit of it's a journey of uncertainty. Whether I go here or here, but true faith is no matter which decision I make, I prayed about it. I asked for your guidance, and if I make this decision, that's because I feel like this is where you're leading me to go. This is the direction I want you to go. And the point I'm making is like God's direction isn't necessarily always like so forthcoming, so like go this way, so super obvious. Even though low key it probably is obvious if you want to be really real. We just are hard headed and we have our own ways that we want. But it's like sometimes it's the lesser of the two nicer ones that's presented in front of you, because again, the enemy is like presenting like the world, bro. And it's like, dang, do I take this or do I go and act in faith? Because you don't know what's further on God's side. And for honesty, you want to take God's positioning on it, because you don't know what's on the other side of that obedience, the act of obedience, the act of faith, the act of going forward on what he's propelling you to do without knowing where the jump is. See, God's direction is literally the trampoline effect. It's like, hey, look, you take this step backwards, you listen to me, you act in obedience, you have faith, right? It looks like you're taking a step backwards, and I will propel you past whatever current things are being provided to you in the now, right? So that's just something I've been battling with. You know, I'm on my spirit to just be super transparent and vulnerable of just things that I go through and stuff. And eventually I do. I want to go in the depths of it. That'll be another video for sure. As it all works itself out. But I just wanted to come check in, you know what I mean? Just having another day. Great day. Great day to be grateful. Great day to just love people. Be grateful for who you are. The simple thing. Check out that video for sure. That one was like, out of all my content, like that was the one that like was near and dear to me, where it's just like being grateful for the littlest things that we sometimes as people as a whole, especially in the Western, we don't know how good we got it for real. Like, and even in these trying times, it is this world of like, now you seeing like people starting to go through it. Layoffs is crazy, cutting food benefits, cutting government jobs. Like, there's a lot of people hurting in this world, and we have to start literally coming together, bro. We got to start loving each other. We got to start like really leaning on each other, being more community, being more like, you're my brother's keeper. Like, this isn't the time to be, when the people in Jamaica, why am I looking at Jamaica videos, y'all stranded in a hurricane and y'all fighting in a food thing, bro? Like, when things are hard, like times, like come together as people, bro. Like, this is the time now. And so that video like really just showed me as just like, even when I'm rewatching it, like, yo, you got so many things to be grateful for, bro. Like, yes, I know people lost their jobs, people are losing certain things, and if that is not you, what you complaining for, bro? You still got, you might not like what you working on, but you still got income coming in, you still got solid, you still got food, you still got the ability to have meals and stuff, like, and then even bigger than that, even if you're in the U.S., but like, and whatever you're losing, there's people in other cultures and stuff who, okay, you just now lost food benefits, they don't know what they're eating today. This is the first time you're experiencing it. It's like, it's so many ways that like my heart just feels for so many people. So that's what I've been on. But yeah, it's funny though. Mike wasn't came on. This was meant for me to make this video. I don't know. Use that as an example. Again, it's so many people who be like, oh, I can't start. I don't know how to start. I don't know what to do. Da, da, da. They're always saying that, right? I don't have the right camera. I don't have the right things. Bro, just do the things you got, man. Stop letting things stop you from just going forward and propelling in what you're supposed to do. Because if that thing is on your heart and you're supposed to be doing it, then just do it. You know how it is. You know the vibes. But happy whatever today is for you when you're watching this, whenever I drop this. But happy today, Friday for me. Happy Friday. As always, let y'all go ahead, check the link in the bio for any tools and things that I got that are of essential to you. Oh, by the way, just drop the community too. We got a few people in there. It's free for now. Like, just join in brotherhood. People we could talk on faith, motivate, hold each other accountable, all those things. So I love that. Love to have just a bunch of Christ-minded people. We speak spirituality there. So just a quick disclaimer in case before anyone joins, like these type of things we're gonna be talking about: manhood, brotherhood, fitness, family, life, all that thing. So community dropping. Shout outs to the few guys in there who supported and joined already. It's free, bro. Just come join. It won't be free forever, so definitely come join. Come lock in. Link is in the description of this video. But as always, love y'all. Have a great day, and whatever you're doing, never forget to continue working at that vision. And that's that on that. Peace.